Good evening. I'm Anthony Deribas, and I'm running here in Florida's 16th Congressional District for United States House of Representatives. I wanted to take this moment to talk honestly about math, the moment, and the responsibility in front of all of us. Every path we've modeled, conservative or optimistic, shows the same reality. The Democratic nominee in this district is unlikely to exceed 30%. That's not an insult. That's history, turnout data, and the political reality of FL-16. At the same time, our campaign, running outside the two-party system, has demonstrated a standalone range of 12 to 30%, depending on the scenario. That's not theoretical. That's based on real engagement, real growth, and real voters who are already rejecting the status quo. Now, here's the hard part that we cannot ignore. If we proceed independently into a 3 or a 4-way race, we risk handing this seat back to the incumbent, not because voters want it, but because the opposition failed to consolidate. That would mean an 11th term despite decades of worsening outcomes under both parties. And let's be clear, both parties have been in power throughout our lifetimes. On nearly every major issue people care about, healthcare, housing, wages, education, debt, endless war, things have gotten worse. That's not opinion. That's lived experience. The tragedy is that the revenue exists to address these problems. What's been missing is political will and the courage to use the tools already available when one party is in the minority. We align with the Democratic Party on values. Where we differ is on execution. Too often, when Democrats are in the minority, they stop short of using every lever available to them. They wait, they defer, they plan for after the next election. Meanwhile, people fall further behind. That's why we're here. Not to weaken the Democrats, but to help them finish the job they say they want done. This election is too important to be reduced to a letter next to someone's name. We hear the same thing from voters over and over again. I want change. But change doesn't happen by habit. It happens by choice. So here's the choice, plainly stated. You can have change, or you can have a letter. You cannot have both. With collaboration, a two-way race wins this seat outright. And even if it stays a three-way race, the math still gets us to the majority once we stop splitting the same voters. That's not speculation. That's arithmetic. But collaboration cannot wait until August. It cannot wait until 60 days before the general election. Decisions